I don't think it's had a drink for a good 5 years at least. It's already starting to look like it's very happy with me giving it a nice good polish. Here we are. Look, nice. To me, at the moment, I don't know if you can see it, it's actually an improvement. You know, it feels very damp, of course. You're going to have to air it out, of course. Let the leather absorb and take in its new polish. You need to work around this lock. You can always rub off any excess polish from the gold hardware. At the moment we're focusing on the leather. Nice. Okay. Now you will probably need to, keep applying it, because it will probably take this first lot very quickly and decide it wants more next time. Let's turn to the back. We'll start from the top bottom corner, rub on the side, work into the corners, along the base. I have this horrible feeling that a lot of people are going to be really horrified with what I'm doing right now, but it is a bag at the end of the day, and as long as I can clean it and someone's happy with it, then I'm happy. And I'm sure any other products people use to clean bag are very similar to this. It's just basically a leather cleaner, and this bag needs a good clean. Now, I'm going to be selling this bag, so if any of you are interested, please message me. I will be listing it on eBay as well. I mean, from what I've gathered and the information I've gathered over research and before buying this bag, is that Chanel bags have now gone up in price, and new bags have gone up in price as well. They've decided that there'll be a price increase. So I think like this sort of bag, the double flat bag, I mean this isn't a double flat bag, but this size quality bag from Chanel last year would have cost you around like £3,000, which is probably around $5,000, and I think the price increase has gone up like by £500 or so, so it's now like £3,500, or about $5,500, which is a huge amount for a bag. But if it's a piece you're going to keep forever, or a fashion statement piece that you're just going to enjoy, love owning, then why not? Okay, so that's the back of the bag, hydrated. Now let's see if we can feed the bottom of the bag, which looks very dull. I mean, it doesn't have the puffiness of the front and back, it's just flat and smooth, but we'll see what we can do. I'm not actually going to add any more at the moment, I'm just going to see if it rubs in the excess from the cloth. Let's see if it likes that. And there is excess on the cloth because it's starting to gloss over a bit. Work along the edges as well. Okay. Let's do the side of the bags and add some more. Where did I put the polish? Here we are. Oh, my hands are starting to get all greasy now. But I should have probably worn gloves, but this is my first time doing it and I'm not very bright, I don't think. Okay, so let's go and do this top part of the bag. Oh, it's a bit clunky there. I don't think there's any like brilliant motion to this. At the end of the day, it's just a good clean. As long as it's nicely equally distributed and rubbed in, I think it'll be fine. Now let's go to this CC logo here. Let's give it a good clean in between. So like that. Now be careful around here because you don't want to. How's this? Oh, it is locked on. These are screwed on, so that's okay. I'll polish the brass afterwards. Let's just nicely get into all these grooves and clean this leather so it brightens up nicely. This is the back of the look. There's another interesting thing about these bags is that I found that the vintage bags have an oval, some of the bags anyway, have an oval clasp here to the top, whereas some of them, the more modern ones, have a square brass lock. There. Okay. Alright, let's have a look what I've done. Well, we haven't done the sides yet, so let's give the sides a good clean. What I'll do here is I'll open the bag, put my hand inside and work it in. Oh, it's like in this. I mean, these bags are so well made. I mean, the stitching is awesome. It feels, I mean, it feels like it's not going to break. It feels like it's going to stay working, it's going to stay functional for years. And, you know, this bag being, I mean, I would say this bag dates around from the mid-1990s. I mean, I might be wrong, might be a bit older than that, might be late 80s. But whichever date it dates from, it's done well and it looks brilliant. Apart from the creasing that all these bags get. Let me see, this is going to close or puff open depending how much stuff you put inside. Okay, let's turn over. That's the side of the bag. Right, get some more of this polish. It's important that once you've done the applying of this sort of cleaner, is that you're going to have to buff it out with a clean microfiber cloth, because it will probably stay sticky and have a smell depending on what you're using. I mean, this does have a smell of like a polish, so buff it out and hopefully, well, it will buff up nice and shiny and clean, and the smell won't be there either. Message me below and, you know, comment on what sort of style bags you like, because I have a huge amount of these bags. I deal in them, I just, you know, I buy and sell them, and I source luxury goods, and I'm just like interested to see what people on YouTube like, you know, what you guys like, because whatever you like is the sort of thing I'm happy to go and source and find and, you know, sell to you. I've sold on here before. I sold a Speedy bag, a Louis Vuitton Speedy bag. That was a Louis Vuitton Speedy 30, and that dated around the late 90s, I think it was. And the person was delighted with it. They got a bargain. A brand new Speedy bag, I think it's about £500 here in the UK, which is, I think, you know, $800 in America, which is, you know, a large amount of money. And I sold mine for less than $200, and it was an authentic one. And you can see my video, I have, so just go and see my videos and you'll see it. But as I said, this bag is for sale, and if you are interested in it, message me and we can negotiate, which is all fun. Okay, as you can see here, it's, you know, quite gloopy and glossy. So what we're going to do now is take the other cloth, and we're just going to buff up and take off any excess of the polish. Actually, I don't think I did a lot on the main frontage here. I think we could do with a bit more along here. Now, with a vintage bag and with any Chanel bag, you're going to get wear into the corners here. You can see there, which is the worst. This corner here is the worst one. It's rubbing, and leather's going to do this. So what we're going to try here, we're going to try and, you know, soak up. Sorry, we're going to try and soak up some of the nice leather cleaner and see if it can bring back some of the moisture and gloss to the corner here, and see if we can free up this cracking and this crumbling that can occur. I mean, this is very minor, this is, but we're going to see what we can do here. Right, let's stop a second and have a look at the bag. It already looks a whole lot better than what it did earlier. It's glossy, it's clean, it looks amazing. Now I'm going to take the leather cleaning cloth I had earlier and just apply it to the bag and see if it helps, and see if it takes off any of the moisture I just applied a minute ago. If you're interested, the serial number for this bag is, it's down in the corner, and it reads something I can't read because it's so small. Let's have a look. Two 5756514, and it's just a little sticker down there with little CC logos just there. So there we are. The bag looks and feels amazing now. The only thing I haven't done is I haven't touched the hardware on the leather on the strap, because yeah, it's going to take ages. It'll be a bit boring me going over it. But I would do the same thing. I would just cover the whole of the chain and just really buff it up, go through each link and very carefully wipe off any extra moisture or dirt that you've applied, and get another cloth and just wipe over the hardware to take off any the residue or dirt that might have been applied on. There we are. Now get your cloth and just clean up the buff on the CC logo, and there we are. A lovely vintage Chanel leather lambskin bag with original gold hardware in superb condition for its age, really. Cleaned at home with home products, and I would say this was very successful. It feels so smooth, and it smells gorgeous. It does, really nice, and it doesn't have a chemical smell. So I would recommend these products. The only product I wouldn't recommend is probably this one here, actually, only because it felt like it was very dry and just didn't have any moisture or any sort of anything that can benefit the bag, really, or benefit just cleaning in general. I think you're better off just using soap and water and just picking one sort of leather cleaning product, which I've used this one here. It seems to have worked well. So I would let this air out and reapply again tomorrow, or reapply when it's dry, and it should come out really nice. Now, as you can see with this bag, it's creasing along the top here and along the bottom here. It's because it's got nothing inside. So the best thing you can do, and you should do really, to protect your bag on any other bag, is to put like old clothing in it or some blanket, just to puff it up. So I'm going to show you the difference between an empty bag with no shape to a bag that's got some shape. So here it is, no shape bag. And this is what the bag looks like when it's full with an item of clothing. See, it's kept its shapes, opened up slightly here, and it's going to keep the squareness of the bag, which you want to really, to avoid creases. See, these creases up here would have been obviously from opening the bag, but from when it sagged, closed, and just left flat in a cupboard, and it was just going to sink in, and it's going to cause these creases. But there we are, it's nice and keeping its shape. I'll take some shots here on my mannequin so you can see what it looks like. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. You know, this was a first time sort of cleaning process. My main thing I do is just buy and sell luxury goods, and if you are interested in buying this bag, do message me. I will put a link below with how much I'm looking for and to my eBay shop. And as I said, this is a 100% authentic Chanel vintage lambskin quilted leather bag, and it is in absolutely beautiful condition. So thanks for looking, and subscribe. Thank you guys, bye.